that shit right there. Hey man, I like that shit right there.
Open up your door and let me in. If not by the hair, your chinny chin chin. I don't want yours, I want my share to begin. My share of cotton gin, my share of cotton niggas' skin is up in. It's enough for everybody. I'm not here for the take. I know I'm rambunctious, but you made a mistake. I'm trying to get in close proximity to the equate. On my estate, where my waterfall mist evaporates until it get too late to, well, you know the story. I could go on with it like this, but it would be boring. The truth is I'm cursed. I like my green with Chris.
I like that shit right there, man. And this shit come from a long time ago, man. We're bringing this shit brand new, something new, you know what I'm saying? Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips. Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips. Hey, beautiful black queens, a gift from nature. They love a nigga cause that's their nature. Let a man be a man and give him what he need, and I'll assure you he'll never leave. I deliver rhymes like pollen from bees. Or take my picture, Facebook it please. I'm a forest child cause I like the trees. I like how it help a nigga to breathe. I'm good on the grill and I'll hook up a picture. We make way more songs but ain't no richer. Ain't no Sunset Strip like Richard, but I still stay off the Richter scale of 1 to 10. About a dub is where I'm coming in. I got them rhymes, breath control.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering, crack a bottle though. Make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh, and promise not to leave nothing left. If you bomb it, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting, till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.
Da 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 da. What's up, party people? Yeah. Let me fix that right quick. Just hit me. What's up, party people? How y'all doing, man? Thanks for joining Mike Robertson Boulevard. Man, I miss you guys, man. I missed last week. I was straight hustling, man. I do a million things a day, and I pack my days. And if the one little thing goes wrong, man, it could throw off my whole shit. So last week, I was getting ready to go out of town, and it messed me up. Man, fix my drink right quick. How's everybody doing, man? Happy June 1st, Juneteenth, Black Music Month. We're going to get into all that.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders.
Give it up for Mike Robertson Boulevard and the place to be. A lot of power in a hand clap. How's everybody doing? I miss y'all, man. See what's up with my drink for the day. A little old fashioned. Maker's Mark whiskey. I should get paid for this stuff, man. I gotta find me a liquor sponsor. Or leave it alone. Or leave it alone. How's everybody, man? Do I seem an extra bit happy today? A little cheerful. I want to see my eyes. I am cheerful today, man, because I just came back from my son's graduation. Do you know what that means to a brother like me, man? My youngest child of 3, all graduated from college. All did they thug thizzle. None of them having any student debt whatsoever. You know how that makes me feel? You know how it's like I put them in a slingshot and said, pow, and just catapulted them, man. And now it's on you to shine. Now it's on you to do what you was meant to do, party people. I just could do my part. Damn, y'all hear that shit going off in the background? That's because Mike Robertson Boulevard is really on a boulevard. Little do you know. Nah, but really though, man, my son, man, shit made me happy, man. Just because it's like, in a boy's life, man, so many things can go wrong, man. And it makes you feel good to, you know, put them on the right path, expose them to all types of things, get them ready, get them meeting different types of people, being around different types of adults, having to use your intellect, having to work things out on your own, having to live life, man. And dang, man, it just makes me proud, man, that my son did what he was supposed to do, finished college in 4 years, went to a great college, and now it's like sky is the limit. I have this, like, what would I call it? Like some type of void that's beset upon me in the last one day. Like, okay, now what's next? What am I doing next? Sorry about my throat, you guys. You know how that is. You do know how that is. No, for real. Man, my son, man, I'm really proud of him, man, Maxwell. It's like he did what he was supposed to do. Spent his senior year at home during the pandemic. The whole pandemic, he couldn't be on campus and everything. Back in February, he and his little crew, they went to Puerto Rico. Like, fucking, we ain't in school. Let's go to Puerto Rico. They all met up in Puerto Rico, did a week out there. And then he back home and everything. So then he got to spend about 2 days or so with his little homies at graduation. But that was it, man. So, you know, shouts out to this generation. These kids, man, who had shit going on in this pandemic. I got a nephew, Miles, man. He was supposed to graduate last year, man. The graduation didn't happen, you know. So I feel for these people. So my son did a great job. Man, I don't know what to say, man. We had a nice, cool VRBO out in Massachusetts, out in the middle of the, I would call it the middle of the woods, but you know, that's like just the country type shit. Dope little spizot, 9 acres. It had a pond in the back, everything. It was so nice. And since we had peoples out there, you know, we had like a little 4-bedroom house. I mean, it wasn't like that big, but it was more than enough. So that part was cool, man. We had dinners, man. We threw some lobsters on, some Boston lobsters. I can confirm that at least these specific lobsters were way meatier than these lobsters I be getting out here from Ralph's and shit like that. In Vaughn's, in Pavilions, and what else? Stater Brothers. Are they even around anymore? Definitely Whole Foods. So you got to go to a specific place to get them fat lobster tails. But out there, man, we just went to the regular grocery store and they had some fat tails, I tell you. So I hooked those up. Had some drinks. Man, it just was a nice whole weekend, man. Flew non-stop each way. Shit just went well, man. I just want to say congratulations to my son. And also congratulations to everybody else's kids that's graduating, whether it's high school, whether it's junior high, whether it's elementary school, whether it's college or grad school, whatever. It's not easy. Not to be celebrated by all. Not to be assumed that everybody gonna do this, man, because they are not. This much we do know. So those who do have the focus and can pay attention and maybe, I guess you want to call it the smarts and the desire and everything to go through with it, man, they deserve an applause. Now listen, if school's not your route and you do another thing, that's cool too. And you want to just speak on it, man, call in right now. Shit, man, I'll applaud you. Matter of fact, whenever have you ever gotten applause like that? Mike Robertson did that for you. Hold on one second. All right, now I feel like I'm spazzing out. Anyway, I wanted to just give my son some props right there. And then what else, man? So today we're going to talk about a few things. Got some folks calling in. We're going to talk about, shit, I don't know. Let's just get into it, man. Why would I even, fuck it. Dun, 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 dun. All right, first thing. Today marks the 100th year. Do I have this right? Yeah, 100th year since the Tulsa Massacre. This is a massacre that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on what was famously known as Black Wall Street, where brothers had their act together, man. They had little pharmacies, they had clothing stores, they had hardware stores, they had little hotels. They had it cracking in Tulsa, man. Restaurants, all this stuff, man. And then the jealous whites came through there, man, shooting, looting, burning, killing. Man, 300 people lost their lives, man, in that massacre. Or was it 100 people? 300 people. 100 buildings burned down to the ground. Houses burned down to the ground. I'm talking about, man, serious stuff, man. Black banks, restaurants, hotels, bed and breakfast, clothing stores, boutiques, clubs, bars. It was thriving, man. Burnt to the ground by these suckers, man. So this is a thing that we can never forget because everybody got to know the truth, man. Everybody got to know the history. Everybody needs to know what went down, man. You can't just skate over some things. So today, Juneteenth is the month. And we're going to talk about it. So today, Biden did a little thing, man. Let me just go to this video. Now, here's the thing about Biden. People have been giving him a hard time, saying he doesn't speak up for black people or black things. And I don't know. It's kind of been true. But he did take the time to speak on this. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play a little bit. But he did take the time to speak on it. And anybody that was listening on this national stage got to hear the message. Because one thing you got to understand, man, like a lot of things get shoved under the rug so we don't talk about it. But guess what? They don't talk about it either. And our kids don't know about it. And guess what? Their kids don't know about it. So it's like when these things get shoved under the rug, unless somebody speaks about it on a national platform, bro, you're not going to hear. You're not going to hear about it. So I give at least some props for them to even speak on it and speak the truth. Let's see.
Fellow Americans, this was not a riot. This was a massacre.
Man, that's a lot of hand claps right there, man. Did y'all notice them hand claps? Damn. What were those hand claps for? Just saying like thank you for finally saying. I don't know. Let's keep going, man. Getting a hand claps.
Among the worst in our history, but not the only one. And for too long, forgotten by our history. As soon as it happened, there was a clear effort to erase it from our memory, our collective memories, from the news and everyday conversations. For a long time, schools in Tulsa didn't even teach it, let alone school.
Let me stop that right there, man. Let's go stop right there. Man, hey, what can you say, right? He spoke on it. 319-6183. Let me bring my man in here. He wanna get in on this stream. Hold on one second. That's how flexible I am. Oh, he said it's not on my pages, man. What are you talking about? Is my live feed not going through? Wow, what's up with the live feed? Whoa, what is up with the live feed? Let me see. Oh man, what the heck is happening with this? I can't believe it, man. ECam Live is here. Excuse me, you guys, man. Let me just play a beat right quick while I figure this shit out.
Open up your door and let me in. If not by the hair, your chinny chin chin. I don't want yours, I want my share to begin. My share of cotton gin, my share of cotton nigga skin is up in. It's enough for everybody. I'm not here for the tick. I know I'm rambunctious, but you made a mistake. I'm trying to get in close proximity to the equate. On my estate, where my waterfall mist evaporates until it get too late to, well, you know the story. I could go on with it like this, but it would be boring. The truth is I'm cursed.
Oh man, I just figured out my streaming was not going through. Well, guess what, people? We're gonna film this anyway, and then I'm gonna push this out. How about that? Let's see. Let's bring in Mr. Mann. Where you at, boy? Where you at? Where you at, boy? Where you at? Come on, there you go. Copy link. Send it there. Let's go here. My technology is so great, man. Have you guys peeped this shit out? Literally, you can stand right here, create a whole new link for my man right quick, and literally send him this link. It's real special. Y'all gotta bear with the brothers. Bear with the brothers. Bear with the brothers. Bear with the brothers. All right, now that was crazy. I don't know what happened with that. But don't worry, I'm going to fix that. And the final release will not have any of that. How about that, party people? How about that, party people? And I got to figure out what's going on with my shit. Oh, okay. So it did go to YouTube. It just didn't go to... Man, damn, this has been whack, man. What the hell? I swear. All right. What up, though? Let's see if Manny Man is going to tap in. Do I have him? Do I have him? Do I have him? All right. So anyway, let's go back, man. So I was talking about Biden, right? Mr. Biden.
Fellow
Tulsa.
Americans, this was not a riot.
He had to wipe his lips on that shit right there.
This was a massacre. Among the worst in our history, but not the only one. And for too long, forgotten by our history. As soon as it happened, there was a clear effort to erase it from our memory, our collective memories, from the news and everyday conversations. For a long time, schools in Tulsa didn't even teach it, let alone school.
Did not even teach it. Is that crazy? Forget about the rest of the world not knowing about it. Literally, bro, in Tulsa, they didn't even teach it. How could you not? You know how many people are related to 300 people dying in Tulsa? So how small Tulsa was back then? And we're talking about black families. You know how many families that affected? 300 people? And you're not even going to talk about it? That's cold game right there. And then look, consider the perpetrators. How many families of them were there? And how were their families affected by it? They're going to keep that shit like under the wraps? I think not. So anyway, this was a pretty good day, I guess. The word was getting out, and that's what I mean by being in a pretty good day. I think that the more the word gets out and understanding goes, people understand what we went through and what we go through to this day. So that's how that goes. Oh, man. Now, this whole thing went on for days. It didn't just happen in one day. It was days. I think a week, 10 days, 11 days. I can't remember exactly how long. I should have done my homework, but this is one of the many examples that can never be overlooked. Can never be overlooked, man. Period. That's what I'm saying. Give me a little scissor before I go to my next one. Next item, man. Now this is kind of crazy. Let me do this, man. Let me bring Man up in here. Yo, yo, yo. Man, we welcoming Man from Man's World to the show. What's happening, man? Yo, yo.
For the show, but I was thinking about something you just said, my friend,
Really?
about the Tulsa Massacre. And when you said, think how many people are related.
Hold
Think
on,
about
hold
the
on, man.
horror, though.
Man, hold on. Let me just do a proper introduction, man. Man, we got my man,
Okay.
OG homie, Man from Man's World, joining on the call, man. I wanted to just give you the proper handshakes, you know what I mean? Welcome, my friend, welcome. Yeah, man, so we talking about right now this Tulsa thing, man. And yeah, that, you know, when 300 people die, man, that's a lot of families affected. And those are the deaths. There are way more injuries than where people didn't die, and then they were affected.
And those are confirmed deaths. What about the bodies that wasn't found? You know, because they're dropping dynamite.
Right. Dynamite,
You know.
man. All types of shit.
Yeah. What about the people who were living on the outskirts, didn't know nothing was going on, who thought, well, if we just hide in the house, we'll be safe. We're not out there with them. And they got ran out because they cleared out the whole town.
Right.
Not just the people who was in the city. We have to really sit back and think about this as a horror movie.
Damn, is it like that?
Terrible act of violence. It was the first terrorist act in here. They dropped bombs on American citizens. Cleared everybody out the town, Mike. Can you imagine?
Man, that's a cold
Can you
game.
imagine white people coming from Culver City and clearing out Ladera?
Right. Right.
Wouldn't it be equivalent? Or Baldwin Hills?
That's the equivalent. Facts. Go through, clear out the whole thing. Exactly.
Now, what scares me, this is why I was hoping somebody else was going to call in. What scares me, but I'm a paranoid sort, is how demonic can you be where a whole town conspired to keep this secret?
Right.
They know they done displaced a whole town's worth of people, and they're like, nobody's going to know. We'll just take their land, take their businesses. I mean, you know, we really are, and that's just one of many.
They said nobody's gonna know. That's a crazy.
I saw a map recently of massacres. They call them race riots. They call them race riots when they killing us.
Now, did you hear Biden speak on it today?
They just call it riot.
Man, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Biden speak on it today?
I saw you playing some of it, then you stopped. I was just watching it.
Yeah, you know what's a trip is, you know, he's been criticized really for being quiet on many black issues, but today he kind of went to town on it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, you know, saying like we cannot classify this as a riot anymore. This was you know, a terrorist act by the biggest threat in this country, which is white supremacists, all this shit, man. He kind of, you know, said some stuff that at least put the truth. I mean, not the truth, but he put the information out in front of people.
My thoughts on Biden is that he can say things that Obama couldn't say, and he has the benefit of Obama's insight. Like a consigliere.
Oh, I like that. I like how you said that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Believe me, Obama's talking to him. They're talking.
Interesting. So
Think
you
about
said
it. Obama couldn't even say a cop was wrong for arresting a professor without them having to have a beer or something. So if he would have tried to say some stuff like this was he's fanning hatred, you know, I mean, no takeaway from anything Biden is saying. I'm just saying is apparent to me that
right.
This cat, you know, that's all. I'm gonna give the brother. He might not be Black American, but he's still a black man now. So I'm gonna give Obama his that. He's African in America, but he's still a black man. So I'm gonna give that black man his that.
Well, let me say this, man. Obama did everything you can expect from a black dude that's mixed from Hawaii, bro. You know what I mean? What the hell, man? He was not gonna be Stokely Carmichael. He was never gonna be the new Marcus Garvey and shit. You know what I mean? You was not gonna get that. You got a guy who tried to bring a little bit of class to the position. He tried to follow the rules of what you're supposed to do as a president and represent everybody. And
and he saved the economy. I mean, let's not stop that. He did save the economy.
How about, do you know how bad off we would be right now, bro, if he didn't do that little bit right there? If we would go back to the Depression, it was going to be way worse for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there are things that benefited everybody. Now, did he do his thing for us in, you know, Chicago and Detroit and Baltimore and, you know, getting in the inner cities and, you know, maybe making like, you know, some type of bigger difference of some sorts, man. But it just wasn't going to be him doing that, bro. He was never going to do that. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. I voted for him twice. I give him my vote. I gave him my vote. I don't regret it. I think he's the best man for the job each time.
Right.
But
Right.
I don't see him. You know, he's not my Malcolm X. You know, I think Malcolm X is a black leader. I think Obama is an American leader. I think there's two different things.
Fact. Oh, that's another good one. Damn, I like how you said that right there. Yeah, man. Facts, bro. That's great how you said that, man, because the homie Dewan, he said the same thing. He says he's one of the best presidents ever.
Yeah.
As far as presidents go, but
Dewan is sharp anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, but he feels that he did nothing for black people specifically, and he qualifies it with specifically. And
he would have been out like John. He would have been out like John F. Kennedy. That's for sure. For sure. No, that's on the real. Because look what they did just afterwards. They were still crazy. I mean, these dudes again, like we were going back to what we were talking about. Tulsa. They raided the thing. White violence is just excused. They're just like, oh, it's just them blowing off some steam. But people died doing that stuff.
Right.
And there's no consequences. When we talk about this Tulsa is just one. And the only reason it gets some news is because it was a thriving community. But the poor communities just got ran over and their land taken, period.
Right, exactly.
Which is one of the reasons why when I tell my white friends, they say, well, you were born here, you have nothing to do with slavery. I was like, reparation.
Shut the hell up, right?
Yeah, I tell them. I'm on the real tip. Well, we American born 13th, 14th generation, just by just simple law.
Right.
If so much shit if we didn't lose so much over the years, we'd be like the Jews. We'd be like a wealthy community.
Right. How about that? Exactly.
Just from land. Just from land.
Yeah. Exactly. Facts, man. Facts. All agreed. Man. Okay, so let me ask you another question. You know, there was this thing, man, going around back before the end of the year. Before the election, where people criticized Ice Cube for challenging Biden to certain deliverables for the black people, and he got sweated a lot. And I think looking back on it, man, we can say that maybe Ice Cube was really right. That's Mike Robertson's opinion. What do you think?
You said you thought he was right?
I thought Ice Cube was right to demand, go to both sides to demand what we want, what he thought was good for our people. I thought that was a good thing.
Well, as an independent artist and businessman, nobody has a right to question what he does with his own money anyway. If they're not questioning women from Black Lives Matter on what they do with the money, they can't question him. He didn't ask for any type of those funds came from his pocket and his mind.
Right.
So he can do whatever he wants to.
Right.
And did you see how Vivica Fox and those birds on BET went after, and they said, well, what about the stuff for black women? He said, it's a contract with Black America. Doesn't that include black women? They said, no, that's not including black women. And he said, whoa, black women are not part of Black America? That's the part I tripped off of, because those same ilk, when we go back to Obama, when he tried to do my brother's keeper, they said that was keeping. They said, what about the girls? And that's why that got no traction.
Damn.
So, yeah, there's many enemies amongst us, bro.
Man, okay, look. I want you to stay on for this next segment I'm talking about, which is something that's dear to my heart. No, let me back up. I don't care like that. It ain't dear to my heart, but I be paying attention to this shit, right? Because I feel like I believe and I have understanding. But anyway, I have a little disappointment today, because today was supposed to be the day that the Pentagon release the information they know about UFOs. And man, I follow this stuff because I believe, man. I think that shit is real, man. And I don't know that I feel like I'm going to get the truth from them or the full disclosure, but I was looking forward to this report coming out. But anyway, it's supposed to come out this month. It didn't come out today on the 1st, but it's supposed to come out. So first of all, before I play these little clips, what's your thoughts on UFOs?
I used to be really, really interested in UFOs, especially back in the day when we had, before X-Files, when they had
Before
Area
X-Files.
51 and Chariots of the God used to come on TV, you know, and have you messed up. But I believe that they're unidentified flying objects. I do not believe, well, I find it hard to believe that they are, I would find it easier to believe they're extra dimensional than in our universe and coming all the way here to hide. How they know who they gonna kick with? Well, I'm gonna go for Mike's house because then he ain't gonna tell nobody we here. You dig?
Okay, man, that's pretty heavy stuff right there, man. I like what you. Okay, so let me just make sure I get this straight. So you think they're like in another dimension or something?
What I'm saying is, our universe, of all the universes, our particular galaxy is pretty vast, and if they're coming from any of our planets, we have different countries on this earth that will say, hey, some shit ain't right. Now, there's a lot of unexplained phenomena. There's a lot of unexplained stuff that people can't explain.
Right.
Now, people believe in angels, they believe in all that other stuff. I'm like, I would believe faster that something is even like a ghost or a dead person breaking through the barrier, because energy never disappears. So I don't know what happens to people when they die besides turning to dust. That body and spirit could be manifesting itself in something. I would find that easier to believe now than believing people drove a ship to our planet not to interact with us. I used to, but I don't no more. You know, I don't.
Oh, you don't know more. Well, okay, so
I mean, there's
what makes
lights?
But look,
There's so many lights in the big city. You dig what I'm talking about? They fly all the way here to hide.
Who says they're hiding?
Well, I'm saying, we don't see them. You can't hide something that big if they came.
But people do see them. That's the whole thing. And people do see them, and the world ignores it like they didn't really see it and shit. And people have reports. They got film.
They're talking about microwaves. The military already had it. The military is like 30 or 40 years away ahead of the public with the patents and things like that. All patents, they go through it. If it's something the military can use, they'll take it for themselves first.
All right, what does that mean?
The military has all type of things. That's what I'm saying. They might not be able to identify it because it's not classified. But something coming from another planet would be seen from it couldn't be hid in this day and age. Now, from another planet, what planet? What planet would they be coming from?
Okay, so let me just understand where your position is. You're saying that so the idea that some place in another planet has not developed the technology for cross-planetary travel.
I don't think so anymore. And
okay, so look, let me give you let me give you a scenario. Okay, so we exist on this planet for one thing. From three things. We gotta have heat, we gotta have air, and we gotta have water. Right? We gotta have those three elements. That's what makes life on this planet. And where that comes from is based on the minerals that's in this planet, and it bases on the distance we are from our sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with the universe being infinite, right? Whereas this infinity, this billions, trillions, gazillions, billions of planets, man, it goes on forever. All it
The
takes,
universe, yes.
yeah, all it takes is for another planet to be our similar size and similar distance from their sun to have life on that planet, right? And then,
Right.
consider this. Their existence on that planet may not be on the same timetable that we are, because infinity, the universe is infinite. So where we can track our life to 25,000 years ago, or you can go to a million years ago with that little Lucy bones and all that. What if they're like a billion years ahead of us? See, we want to look at
Accept that.
we want to look
I
at the
can accept
universe
that. I'm saying
like
is-
it's our own, like everybody's at the same, starting with the same thing. They could be like a million years ahead of us and have already figured out just how we figured out facsimiles and shit, and how we figured out, air travel and things like, no one would imagine that 2,000 years ago, that you can send a piece of paper from here to another place and it'll print out. You know what I mean? So just imagine the idea that it's possible that someone could just have some technology we have nothing we could even fathom.
I've read books on things like that, and I can imagine that. Like I said, I can see intergalactic more than I can see somebody coming from another planet inside our galaxy, because we have our galaxy mapped. I mean, we have a lot of it mapped.
Oh, so you're saying they're not going to be, it's possible, but not from our own galaxy.
Well, I mean, because we have satellites everywhere circling our Earth. You know, we would see something. We would see something coming.
Okay,
Now,
so
if they are talking in other ways, you know.
what do you mean
if
other
they're
ways? What do you mean other ways?
Yeah, because I do believe in ancient civilizations, meaning I believe that there's a really real possibility that we keep reaching the apex and resetting, kind of like the Matrix, because I read a lot about the pyramids, and the more I find out, the more I realize, damn, we don't know shit. They were, I mean, you know, like the perimeter of this shit is supposed to be the speed of light when it's mapped out.
Right.
You know, really, or how the sun shines through one corridor, and a god is another one that means it's Easter. Just really crazy shit, because you plot this on a big ass plane with thousands of moving people, so precise that it can't be undone now. And I'm thinking like, whoa, what makes us think that everybody was just dumb back in the day? Maybe we reach a level of shit that we become, maybe that's where we get the myth of like Icarus flying too close to the sun. Maybe we get too close to the creator, or the Tower of Babel, where we get too close that we lose our humility and we get smacked down again. How about that?
I don't know, man. Good question.
Because I'd rather believe humans did that than aliens.
Okay, so look, let me play this,
Did the
man.
pyramid.
Let me play this. Let me play this right quick.
All right, let me look on the video because it's a delay on the phone.
Oh, it's a delay. Okay, so there's some footage right now. This is a little video that I pulled down where the Pentagon is first discussing the idea. Okay, that's the first video I'm gonna show. Here we go.
Look at that thing, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that.
don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
Let me bring that back, man. Hey, man. Okay, look, that's the first. That's the first little video. Look, man. The thing is that these people are seeing these things, man, and it's unexplainable. And they have this ultra speed, and the way they can maneuver, and it's just beyond earthly technology, and
yeah.
And how fast they move, and they pull up and they catch up and then they start away and all this shit. They're like, God damn. Now, one thing I think is suspect about this is how the look of it, how they got these things that look like just flying saucers that we've seen in our imagination all these years. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers look exactly the same. So that's a little tricky, but only unless they look like that, because that's what people have been seeing since like the beginning of time.
Right.
I don't know. So do you think? Okay, so are you under the feeling that these people are kind of like liars?
I said I believe that they're I believe. Look, the last hurricane we had, they found the whole forest that was under the water that had been buried, a whole forest that they didn't know about. They found lost temples in India because the water went back so far they didn't even realize it was there. So there's civilizations that have existed and not existed, and I believe that the earth is not all the way conquered. I think we live in groups. I don't believe that there's too many people on the earth. And I believe that there's places on this earth that are off limits to us, that might have secret space age technology and bases that are like American ingenuity, Russian ingenuity. They all have these supersonic, hypersonic planes. But, I mean, think about it. These dudes used to talk about shooting missiles out the sky with the Star Wars defense. How fast can your missile be that it can change directions and shoot another missile out the sky? So what I'm saying is, don't underestimate humans. They might have secret bases hidden. Again, think about how microwaves, how crazy that shit sounded 50 years ago, but they had them. Or CB, or walkie-talkies, or holograms. Holograms is some real shit now.
Okay, so you're saying, okay, so am I hearing you say that these sightings and this technology that's been like unknown to man really could just be man with some secret shit?
Bro, it's Occam's razor, the path of least resistance. If that is that's just as feasible, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Because
I don't know, man. If you
been disillusioned over the years, nothing has showed up yet to get us out of this shit. Have you ever seen Cosmic Slop, the Space Traders?
No.
It was George Clinton was the host, and it was like a multicultural Twilight Zone.
Oh, really?
And one of them was called the Space Traders, and these traders came down there like, check this out. We're gonna turn the Statue of Liberty gold, so America was out of debt. Then they cleaned up the oceans in America, and they said we're gonna give you unlimited energy. The only thing we ask is that you give us all your people with melanin. And they said, what you mean? They said basically your black people. And I said, well, what you gonna do with them? They said, well, that's none of your business. Give us your black people. It is a boat. It was a big old, it was a big campaign, Save Our Soul. It was deep, Mike. And I was like, man, if there is something like that, we probably in trouble. because we ain't doing too good here. You dig?
That's bull.
I can't.
I don't know if I can roll with that.
If they built themselves to come with some cosmic weapons, I don't want to see them. I don't care about them just doing speed racer shit in the sky. I want to give me some technology, man. Teach me how to teleport to New York in 5 minutes.
Man, I bet you they got that for you, man. I bet they got that for you. Okay, look, let me play the next one. Okay, look, this next video are some pilots who were flying up and they saw these dudes and they just really, man, couldn't explain what it was, bro. They couldn't explain. 2018.
This does blow my mind, I tell you. When I see these, they do blow my mind. I don't have an answer for it.
Listen.
Oh, 138 knots. Holy shit. Fast.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
263 at 3 miles, 55 knots speed.
Damn, is that it? Oh, damn, that was short. But look, the thing is, man, they just like the speed and the maneuverability that they can change directions in the middle of the sky at those speeds and then dart off and disappear, man. It's not like, oh, look, he flies away. Oh, I can barely see him. Now they're gone. Like, nah, man, these things be flying off and straight up disappear, bro. I don't know, man. It's
and there's precedent. I mean, there's precedent. Ezekiel saw the wheel. That's in the Bible, you know. There are myths and things like that that say something, but I'm just saying is over all these years, I lose patience. I'm not even a Christian anymore because Jesus took too long. I'm just like, man, come on, this dude had 2,000 years. I'm done. So I gave the aliens like 40.
Are you getting 40 years to show themselves?
Yeah, they haven't showed themselves. But I mean, dude, I'll never say never. I won't. I can't understand what those things are. Where they coming from?
Yeah, what are they, man? What are they? Where are they coming from? To me, again.
But what are they doing here?
But look, here's the thing. Again, I go back to this. You ask a human earthly question right there. What are you doing here? Like, for all we know, they're in every planet and shit. So they would answer the question like, what do you mean, what am I doing here, man? We go to all the planets, man. What the hell? Like, we just don't know, bro. It's like on a whole nother level of shit. It's just that we can't ignore that they're there. That's all I'm saying. Like, man, I don't know, have any of the answers. I have none of them. I just know that, like, damn, man, everybody is not lying about this, man. And they got footage.
You know what?
You know, I and like we just talked about Obama, man. He's a pretty reputable guy, man. He wasn't up there doing no fairy tale type shit. I don't think he would even be speaking on it if it wasn't for real. Or he would do his normal thing and like kind of laugh at it like, ha ha ha. But he was like, nah, man, look, we can't explain what the hell this shit is, bro. We don't know. I don't know, man. Anyway, all right, man. I just wanted to see where you was at with it, man.
No, you gave me something to think about. I'm telling you, when I see the videos, I never know what to do with it. Because I see it. I'm blown away. I have no answer for that. I'm just like...
Yeah, there is no answer, right? Right. There is no answer, right?
Maybe we just the ghetto of the universe, and they just come down here to, like, do donuts in the sky before they're going out to a better galaxy.
Yeah. It could be that simple, man. Don't sleep. It shit could be that simple. So look, next thing I wanted to
hear skating on skies and then boning out.
Right, spraying the whole planet. Niggas don't even see it. Like splash, splash, splash.
Oh wow, man! Where'd you get those videos, Mike?
Where I get them? On Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah, I go to Twitter, man. Basically, man, what I do is I talk about the trending items. So you can go to Twitter any day, anytime, at any moment and see what the top 25 things people are talking about in the world are. And so you click on what's trending And I look down the list and I'd be like, man, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Oh, that's interesting. Bullshit, bullshit. Oh, okay. What about that? Bullshit, bullshit. And I just fucking, but see this UFO shit, I heard about like 2 or 3 months ago that by June 1st, they was finally going to talk about it. Because, see, here's the other thing, man. They changed the name 1 year ago. It's no longer UFO. It's called unidentified flying phenomenons. No, varial phenomenons, something like that. They changed the name. So that was when they acknowledged a year ago that, like, okay, there's something out there. We changed the name. This is it. And now they're supposed to report on it. So that's why.
So, you know, I'm like 10 or 15 minutes from the hotel. Bro, I'm not hotel, the airport. 3 times over the last year, they have saw a man flying a jetpack. They don't know who it is.
Oh, really?
Interfere with a helicopter, interfere with or was it a plane? Helicopter and 2 planes or something like that. But a jetpack.
Oh, the jetpack.
Now, I remember they used to be on the Ark too when we was little. I'm like, man, that's a TV show. That's another thing I waited for my whole life. Jetpack. I saw it in the '84 Olympics. Somebody flew into the sports arena in the jetpack. I'm like, dude, we're going to have them soon. I still don't have my personal jetpack.
Hey, you know what? I need one, man. Why you at it? I need
one. The aliens spent on it. They're doing zigzags in the sky, bro. How can you make that type of turn?
I know. Look, bro, that's what I'm saying to you. But look, man, that's not an air pack. Because, see, the thing about an air pack is it's only going like 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. These motherfuckers are going like 1,500 miles an hour. That's how fast they're going. The planes are going 30 knots and they're going 150 knots. So them jets are doing, you know what the jets do? They do 500 miles an hour. These motherfuckers are doing 1,500 miles an hour and can change directions in a split second. Ain't no turning, spinning, nothing. It's like zip, zip.
Now, let me ask you a question. Say tomorrow the Grays just come out.
The what?
Grays with the little nose cut off, just like we see in all the movies. Just Grays, like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. How would you feel about God and Jesus then?
No, I don't feel nothing about Jesus, but God would still be the same.
What would you ask them? What do you call them? A spore?
What'd you say?
I said, what would you ask them, the aliens? What do you call God? Explore? What is this God you mean? I'm God.
No, I call him brother. Look, there's only one creator of all things.
He made y'all.
But
I
look,
have my own planet of beings that I made.
But here's the thing. There's only one creator of all things. It can only be one. There's no like, oh, it's all 3 of us. We work together, man. We created everything, man. You know? No, motherfucker. One creator of all things. And whoever that is or whatever that is, it's recognized by everybody because there's only one. So again, if there's a civilization that reached its like peak 10,000 years ago, or how about 1,000,000 years ago, right? Or how about even light years ago? Because our little solar system is relatively new compared to the universe because of the explosion and shit and how the planets are being pulled along with the sun that's moving at all times. That shit is young, man. Universe been here forever. So just imagine us, right? 1,000,000 years from now, bro. That shit would be sick. Straight sick.
Your mic went out.
Oh, really?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Bro, I think about those type of things all the time. That's why I stopped, because I got frustrated. Because I was like, come down. I'm ready to deal with some new shit. I'm tired of dealing with this white supremacy. Let's deal with some aliens. Let's come together and fight some aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Forget all. I'm tired of the same old thing too, man. Really. I really am. So anyway, I thought we should talk about that because that shit is like coming out this month. Listeners, keep your eyes open.
Right.
Okay, last thing I want to talk about with you, man. We're going to go into relationships a little bit. There's this new phenomenon happening. There's a new phenomenon happening where ladies are proposing to men. Have you seen this?
I have seen it, my brother.
It's a shame. It's a shame. And there's so many levels to it.
Well, you married. Tell me about it because I know, like, I've had girls hint that they wanted to get married when I was, dating like that, and they wanted to get married, and I kind of like get nervous, and kind of run. But I don't think I can handle a girl, a woman proposing to me. What does that mean? Does that mean you about to take me off the market and take care of me? What does that mean?
Yeah, man.
You gonna die for me? You gonna go out when you hear a noise? You stay there, baby. I hear a noise. What does it mean?
What does it mean, dude? Look, and to me, okay, look, first thing, I feel like, man, how desperate and impatient can you be? It's like, if this dude loves you and you guys got this love affair, then fucking just calm down and slow yourself down. Why are you so impatient that you gotta, do you want to marry me? Do you want to marry me? Like, man,
Right.
Look, I could see if like, okay, it's a certain circumstance, like, I proposed to her, man, she told me no. So then she came back and proposed to me, like, okay, that's romantic.
Right. But that's a good one right there, actually, Mike. That one is a good one.
Yeah, that's like romantic and like, okay, I get you. I could roll with that. But just to straight up like, he hasn't proposed to me yet. Guess what? We're going to go out on Sunday and I'm going to propose to him. Like, what the hell?
Can you imagine that? I heard it's already hard enough dealing with a woman before her wedding. Bridezilla is, that's the thing. Can you imagine how controlling she will be?
Can you imagine? You're off to the wrong foot, bro. Can you imagine how you're bitch made, bro? Period.
But those women who propose, even amongst the lesbians, unfortunately, but those women propose, those real dominant women like that, they're players. They do it, but they don't laugh. They just caught up in the thing, getting a trophy. It's like a win thing to them. But they'll move on. You get what I'm talking about? Oh, shit, the woman ain't going to be expected, dude. And, well, from what I'm looking at, I was looking at protection court when I was working on the quarantine. I'm like, man, I hope none of my daughters get into it with a black lesbian because they lay hands.
Well, you're a black lesbian. But I'm talking about ladies proposing to a man.
Yeah, but I'm saying those ones, they max. Those are the ones who proposing. Well, why'd you even propose to me if you didn't even? I'm like, oh, whoa.
Man, to me, it's tied up in
women proposing to men.
Yeah, but look, it's tied up in one, entitlement, and two, impatience, and three, the lack of just humility, man. Look, man, they can't. If a guy wants to marry you, he's gonna say it. Believe me, you're gonna be so special to him that he's not gonna want to let you go away. He's not gonna want to let you get away. And he's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna tell you for the fact that you gotta feel like you gotta do it yourself. I'm gonna take over. Guess what? It's gonna be cute. He's gonna think it's funny. Like, no, it's not cute or funny. You just can't wait. I'm
a lifelong bachelor. Let me ask you a question to help it make sense to me. You chose a woman out of the myriad of women you knew. You chose one woman to say, hey, I'm going to do it with you. Let's get married. And you just sent your last kid off to college, right?
No, my last kid just graduated.
That's what I mean. Just graduated from college. Right. Congratulations, man. What I'm saying is, maybe I can understand what these women are and when I can understand what men are thinking when they do it. Because what makes you say, man, this one person here I'm going to argue with for the rest of my life?
Well, look, first of all, there's a lot of like blindness and deception and not understanding what you're getting yourself into, and the list goes on and on and on. There's a lot of that. There ain't no fucking perfection in it. It's like, I guess this is what we're supposed to be doing. It gets really, 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 really deep. But the thing is this, whether a man has a reason or not, right? Whether it's the best reason or the worst reason, whether he, has no reason at all, man, it's still his role to ask a woman to marry him, man. If we break that tradition, man, what the hell do we have left, man? It's up to the man.
Well, I just want to know what it means. To me, but I thought about it maybe 2 or 3 times. And when I thought about it, I was thinking like, man, I died for this woman. You didn't want to tell me, I really love this woman. This woman, I don't want to have my babies. And so I'm saying is like, well, what are they thinking? Because to me, that meant I wanted to take care of a family. Where I see it just like you see, lack of humility and hubris, actually, because they're just saying, hey, well, he ain't proposed to me, so I'm opposed to him. Let's just get this shit over with. Like, it is a difference. You can't replace a man's...
But look, here's another piece of it, though. Let me tell you, here's another piece. Let me tell you what's another piece of it, though. Another piece of it is that they kind of like deep down inside want to be the man. They really want to play that role. They really think they are. They really think like, oh, what's wrong with me proposing? You know? They really want to be that. And so when you believe it and you kind of think you're a man and all that and you're going to propose, it's just, I'll use this term. It's not very ladylike. How about that?
How would it work if your wife would have proposed? You got the same love for her. You got the same love for her, but if your wife would have proposed, how would it turned out?
I probably would have laughed. I probably would have been like, wait, what the fuck? I would have spoiled the whole mood. You're proposing to me? Dude, how much, again, man, it's bitch made. Like, why don't you just take both nuts and take them with you? Get some implants.
I just can't see keep emasculating the men and then complaining about the men. And this is the thing. When I see some of these same sisters deal with dudes from other races, they're so laid back and chill.
Oh yeah, they love it, huh?
Man, I got 2 homegirls who we always get into it because they always say, well, black men did me like this. I said, no, you used to deal with foul cats. Don't say black men. Because the white boys you with did the same thing, and you didn't knock off all white boys. You kept going until you found the white boy who was with your program. So
yeah, you went and found a nice one.
Oh, right on, make it smart. But I'm sitting there thinking like, okay. But I'm sitting there thinking like, and also the same thing, you ain't putting your fingers in his face. You ain't talking down to him like you're his parent. You get a different type of respect, but now there are no domains that are even masculine anymore. Did you know 52% of dudes are not married and have no kids?
I heard that. I heard that fact from
black
what's
men,
his name?
not all dudes, just black men.
No,
52%.
I heard that from that dude, homie Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, that's on Black Demographics. That's where I got it from. But that's true, bro. Dudes are not really, so much manhood has been taken away. A lot of dudes like, look, man, I just ain't gonna be a part of it. Then you did. I mean, it's weird.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this.
2 million more women.
Let me ask you this.
2 million more black women.
Let me ask you this.
Men.
Since you're single, let me ask you this, right? you said there have been women that you wanted to marry, right? That were you felt in your mind were marriage material or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you what would you say is why you didn't really pull the trigger?
I can admit that one time it could have been fear, once or twice, fear of like the awesome responsibility that would entail, you know, to take a wife. Because I take that shit seriously. You know what I'm talking about? So that means wife, raise kids, have a family, and work that shit out. And
oh, so you feel like you met the right person, but maybe not at the right time.
Yeah, maybe once or twice. You know, one time I was just young, dumb, full of cum. But you know, usually, at least 2 times, it was like I just wasn't prepared. And fear. I was so afraid of not being messing up that I didn't even take the chance. You did.
Right. Don't even take the chance.
And that's a regret. But after that, I started realizing a lot of women I don't hear them talk about working it out. You did, you know, like to death do us part. Even if we get divorced, we'll be like, whoa, what? Why would I even get in that to get divorced? Why would I start a family to break it up? And they act like there's nothing to it. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. The women I dated are mostly black, man. They're the last to get married and the first to get divorced. That's just a weird stat to me.
Damn.
Yeah, that's some scary shit, right?
It's crazy.
And that's what I date, primarily black women.
So
and I'm like, damn, so I can marry you and you can be like, well, it's just not working out. But we can still be friends. Are you fucking nuts? I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Hilarious, man. What do you think you would say as a father if your daughter proposed to a man?
Oh no. Wow.
What do you think you would say?
Oh wow. I would ask her wow. I would ask her what that means. I would ask her, what does it mean? And how, because I don't know. I'm really asking you to help me make sense of this, brother. I mean, it's hard for me to understand. What does it mean? What does it mean when you ask me to marry you?
I know. Does it mean the same thing? Look.
Them a birthday gift.
Look, that's a good question. Like, does it mean just the same thing? And then, so now since you asked me to marry you and I agree, then do I just now take over with all the rest of the man shit that I was ever supposed to do, or what? Right. Or is you the man?
Right. If you can come proposing, then you should come with a dowry as well.
A diary?
I'm serious. Hey, I got a car in the house. Would you marry me? Oh, okay, cool. I'll consider it. Think about it, man. A woman could be life or death situation for you.
Oh, facts on top of facts, man. What the hell?
You're going to defend your woman to the death. If somebody mess with her or something like that. I mean, women just don't understand. And if she got that mouth or any of those things, all of those things could be life-threatening for you. If not just physically harmful.
You gotta lay down your.
Marry me, I'm like, I'd be afraid. I was like, well, I'd be afraid. I said, you too bossy and me trying to take the lead and everything.
Right. Where are we gonna go from here?
Yes. What would you tell your daughter, Mike?
I would tell her she should be ashamed of herself. I'd be like, you are tripping. This is no parts of no game. What part of the game is it? No part. Sit your ass down. Well, take it back. Call that nigga right now and be like, I just was playing, motherfucker. No, we're not doing that.
I know a lot of women in LA who are very strong feminists. Do you know any of them who would do such a thing?
Hell no, man. It's a rare lady. I can't think of none of my homegirls that would be like, hey, yeah, I asked them to marry me. Like, no. They got a little pride about themselves, man. Look, man, chicks, man, that do that is a rare breed, and they think they can have the world, man. That's what's in it. They think like, no, don't care about nothing, dude. The world is mine, and I'm gonna take it. And guess what, little punk? You've been waiting. You've been holding back on me. You don't want to ask me to marry me. You don't want my hand in marriage. Well, guess what, sucker? I'm getting on my knees right now in front of everybody, and you're gonna agree to this. You're gonna be down for me, honey.
I don't think they understand.
Honey, will you marry
easy.
me?
They be talking about they can't find no man. I'm like, be cool again. Quit
Yeah.
trying to be like me. Go back to being feminine and watch how many men you get. Have you ever noticed? Like, I got some big homegirls. Divorced.
You said big?
Divorced. Cool with the first baby daddy. Got another dude online. You know what I'm talking about? So it ain't about the size or anything like that. What it is they're very, very feminine. You dig what I'm talking about? Even when they disagree, they're not disagreeable. They
Right.
check you. They can check you.
That right,
But
right,
ladylike.
right.
They always have a man. And then I got some fly girls. I got some fly women.
Yeah.
Can't keep a man no longer than they can keep a pair of shoes.
Look, bro, ladies, man, there's some friends that you have who always got a man. And guess what?
Right.
And guess what? There's something that's in common. If you look at all your friends who always got a man, there's something in common with them. They're friendly. They smile. They do the simple things in life, man. Just be friendly and
Spirit of
smile.
cooperation, brother.
Yeah, and like, oh, enjoy your moments and shit like that, man. It's super duper simple.
But that's not being taught on. Listen, man, when you get down to now, when you got to third generation of female-led homes now, then
Female
and I'm
what?
not to the sisters for doing it independently, but that's a choice.
You said female what?
Oftentimes.
Female what?
And if you're doing that now, they complain about the boys, but they raised these boys. And they don't like each other. They're doing good, but they can't, nobody want to be with them. They're like, well, you're not fun. You're not cool. Nobody wants to be read every night. Nobody wants to come home and have a debate every night.
Nobody don't want to be read no nights. How about
Right.
that? Don't read me, bitch. The fuck? I don't want to be read. Go read a book. Read your girlfriends. Go call your auntie and shit. No, I don't want to be read. What the fuck?
It is played out, man. I see. I try to tell some of the young dudes just not putting up with it at all.
I know, man. It's a tie. There's a change
They
of
don't
tie
like it,
right now.
and
man.
they think the women are too bossy. These young cats, they ain't playing around.
They not. And you know what
all
else?
This swirling talk.
And you know,
these young cats are swirling like it ain't nothing. Sometimes I wonder, like, why don't they deal with some of the sisters? There's some beautiful little young ladies out here, but they say that they just can't deal.
it's
with
too
the
much trouble,
expectations.
man. Yeah. Oh.
I saw a dude.
Okay,
I
wait.
saw
Stop
a
it.
thing,
Hold on.
man, where
Hold on. Man, I wanna stop you right there, because what you said right there, man, is the key to the game. Too many expectations, man. No one can live up to it. It's impossible.
Right.
No one can ever live up to these expectations. Your expectations should be different. They should be more like joy and smiling, and I expect him to be around me. You know, those are expectations, not like items like I gotta have this or that, and you gotta spend this, and you gotta take me here, and I gotta have, you know, like those expectations are the worst. How many times a day I gotta call you? How many just so many crazy shit that just makes niggas be like, man, I'd rather not, man. What the hell?
I was listening to Dr. T. Hassan Jefferson. He said the young ladies were saying that they expect guys they date first year of college to be making at least $100,000.
Look, let me tell you this, man. And that's dumb, but anyway, I won't even give that any credit at all. But look, here's the thing. When you have expectations, you then give a person a thing that they can fail on. Okay? If you have if you have an expectation, then now there's a meter, there's a measure, and I can either do it or not. And if I don't do it, I fail. So I can never, and then having these expectations is a thing that a person can never meet. When you want it all, man, you can never meet that, right? So you're gonna be failing, bro. You're gonna be failing every day on something. And who wants that?
Right.
For real.
Damn. Man, I'm glad I don't have a daughter out here.
It's rough.
Oh, wow, bro. That's some heavy stuff, Mike.
Luckily, my daughters are some happy people. I mean, I hope so.
Huh?
I hope that my daughters are happy people.
Right. That's what everybody wants for their daughter.
Exactly.
My stepdaughter, my adopted daughter, got a white guy. Everybody know how pro-black I am. He's a good guy. I'm like, I'm just glad you got your good guy who respects you. You know?
Right.
I mean, you know, I would have loved to be a champion of a melanin man, but I've seen two boys I haven't served from like trying to put their hands on me, thinking they control her. So, you know, she a little firebrand, but, you know, I'm like, okay. So I'm more, like you said, I'm more interested in what's happening. Even for the sisters, man, when the sisters be talking about they're going to get them to do the squirrel, I used to care. It's like 2 million extra sisters and brothers. You dig what I'm talking about? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Get somebody, but we're talking about us. Just get somebody going to love you.
But
and
look,
if they happen to be from
but look,
else, cool.
It's worse than the 2 million because the numbers keeps breaking down further. Like, just say like throwing people in jail. That's another million.
Right.
Right? When you count the number and you remove them from the equation, that's really 3 million. Okay? So then you got to think about, okay, who's gay, right? I don't know the numbers of gays, but let's just say it's 5%. I don't know. Is that fair? I mean, I guess that's fair, right? That's another million motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's off the table. And then you look at everybody who's married, right? Already. They're off the table. So it's like a finite number, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 2 million is a lot when you think about it. Like out of 6 million, 7 million black men, you know, half of them are youth. So when you talk about 2 million, you know, more women, that means just, you know, with jail, homelessness, and straight lynching in the South, there's like 2 million, you know, we wasn't born that divided. There's just 2 million black men missing. And that's what hurts me, that it's not even nothing. Nobody cares anymore. It's like, oh, well.
But look, man, it's always been that way, man. But the rules were different. Think about this. If you could just go back in time, right? When these dudes, whether it's a tribe, whether it's a country, whether it's a village, whatever, when they went to war and came back, man, it could be like half the motherfuckers didn't come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you lucky if like 2 dudes just got killed. But shit, sometimes, man, in a bloody war, man, half the people do not return. Sometimes even more than half, right? So when you get back to your village, now you got like 200 ladies with no man, and you got like 20 dudes and shit.
Right. Well, that's just happening in China right now. That's what's happening in China right now. They did the one child and kill your daughter. Now they got an old population with a gang of men.
Yeah.
A gang of men. That's why those men was going over there knocking up all those African ladies. They finally had a chance to get some jobs. The only thing is they couldn't take them kids back to Africa, China with them.
Damn.
Which showed, yeah, I don't even want to, yeah.
Damn. I don't even know about that.
You know about it's a gang of Chinese African kids right now.
No, I didn't know. I didn't really pay attention.
And China is colonializing Africa. Well, they invested. in
No.
African infrastructure.
Right. They're investing. They're not colonializing shit. Let's keep it clear.
Yeah.
And the thing is, here's the thing, okay? I told you about this interview I did with the great Mukasa Ricks. He explained this on the video, which was the whole world rapes Africa, okay? The whole world. Everybody who has a battery, everybody who has a computer, everybody who has a radio, TV, everything. The shit couldn't even run without pulling the shit from Africa, right? To even make it run, right? The whole world rapes Africa. He says at least China is paying for it. He said they're the only ones that's paying. Everyone else is just raping.
But they're doing the same type of loans the World Bank did.
They're doing everything the same, except for China is giving money, and they're investing. Like you said, it's investments. They're giving investments. Now, who knows what the future holds, of course. But right now, the point is, man, everyone is taking from Africa. It makes the world run. All the minerals that exist on the planet, right? Every last one that's on that chart, they're all can be found in Africa. Now, some of them can be found in other places, but the completion of the chart can only be found in Africa. All the everything that came from just that whole the whole chemistry of the planet, man, is there. So everyone rates from it. We can't even have modern technology without it, dude. It's happening just literally every single day. So the point he was making is that, like, people want to paint China like the bad guy, but shit, man, they're the one that's giving money to Africa. It's a trip.
Sierra Leone just sold a rainforest. I think it's the rainforest term. It just blows my mind. These type of things are happening, but we bought Alaska, so and we yanked shit Hawaii. So
yeah, man, and you know how that goes, man. Shit, whatever.
That's how nations interact. You know, it would have been great to see how they saw how we was being treated over the years, where they would have came up together with a major plan, like, yo, we got to protect ourselves. The United States of Africa would have been outstanding.
Man. Ooh. I don't know, man. Let me just tell you this. When it comes down to it, man, I observe everything, bro. But I just try to live like a good life myself, man. I can smile and shit. I can look in the mirror. I sleep good at night. And the games that they play in this world, man, I let motherfuckers play their games, dude. That shit don't be controlling me. For real. At the end of the day, I be letting. You could say that shit a million times over. I know that I only have a limited time. And I know at the end of the day, when I'm on my deathbed, I'm not going to care about none of this shit. You know what I mean? Facts, right? All you care about is who loves you. You don't care about none of this shit. So, so I don't know. That's how I take it. But look, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. I want you to tell people where they can find you, man. You got a podcast you about to start up, man. What's up with that?
I am. It's coming. I should have a landing page in about a few days. It's mansworldtv.com, Man's World TV, Instagram, and Twitter, Man's World TV. That's man with 2 N's.
All right, man. That's dope.
And
That's
see
super
the
dope.
Man's World TV group on Facebook. So that's why we starting something. So thank you for taking my call, man. It was good talking to you tonight, collaborating, man. I like your show. You got me thinking about these aliens now, bro.
Hell yeah, man. I love it, man. Well, shit, man. Let's keep doing it, bro. Good luck,
right,
man,
brother,
with your podcast and all that. And shit, man, we're going to keep it cracking. You know what I mean?
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right, man.
Peace.
Holla. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Did I hang up properly? Did I hang up properly? Yes. Give it up to Man from Man's World. Yeah. Yeah, that was my homie, man. You know, we just had some deep conversations, man. Man was in the music biz, doing management, and then you know, he's just been a deep cat, you know what I mean, digging into the books and the literature, and he's got a show coming up. So man, check out my Man's World. I don't know. That's some pretty deep stuff we just talked about right there. I didn't even intend for that to go that direction, but I don't know, man. We're going to see what's up with these UFOs, that's for sure. And whether you like it or not. I have this story, too, because I actually saw a UFO before, and I was with some guys, and they kind of laugh at me when I say, like, bro, that was a UFO. They say, no, it just was a light. It was this bright-ass light in a field. We were down south, man, on a 2-lane road, man, going through trees, and it was this bright light in the air blinking. And they said it just was a light, like a tower. I'm like, man, there wasn't no tower right there. The brightest light I ever seen in my life. And I said, man, that shit was a UFO. And since then, I've been a believer. Period. Period. Oh, man. I had fun with you guys tonight. Sometimes it just helps just to get this shit out. Anyway, I'm King My Boogie Supreme Microphone Fiend. Damn, I've been refilling my drink like all night. Let's play a beat right quick, shit. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two is King Mike Boogie Supreme Microphone Dream. I'm in this mic piece and I'ma do the thing that you don't wanna do, but you gotta come through with your crew and directions and blessings and things I'm putting your direction, and it's the only thing that I want, and the messing is in the bowl. And that was whack as fuck. Anyway, man, King Mike Boogie Supreme Microphone Fiend. Follow me on all my stuff, King Mike Boogie. And shit, you know how we do it, man. Gonna keep trying to bring y'all some good guests. What we got coming up? I got DJ DeVoe. It's gonna be coming on pretty soon. Tony T. Who else we got? Shit, man, a whole lot of people. Bringing y'all knowledge that reigns supreme over nearly everything. Mike Boogie, and I'm out of here, man.
Hey, man, I like that shit right there, man. And this shit come from a long time ago, man. We're bringing this shit brand new, something new, you know what I'm saying? Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips. Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips. Hey, beautiful black queens, a gift from nature. They love a nigga cause that's their nature. Let a man be a man and give him what he need, and I'll assure you he'll never leave. I deliver rhymes like pollen from bees. Or take my picture, Facebook it please. I'm a forest child cause I like the trees. I like how it help a nigga to breathe. I'm good on the grill and I'll hook up a picture. We make way more songs but ain't no richer. Ain't no Sunset Strip like Richard, but I still stay off the Richter scale of 1 to 10. About a dub is where I'm coming in. I got them rhymes, breath control, and metaphors. I keep that scar on your face, I'm hardcore. Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips. Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips.
I thank God for my family and the family tree. The spirit of my ancestors inside of me. I'm a Saku Kente, lyrical sensei, Haile Selassie, Black Star like Marcus Garvey. Stand in front like Rosa Parks, Harry Temple, UEP. But you harder than that, turn a time to get free. Fred Hampton, Freddie Douglass, Tuskegee, Booker T, Stokely Carmichael, and Dick Gregory. Transatlantic was Holocaust on the planet. Through the pain and the suffering was able to manage. Bobby Seale, Geronimo Pratt, solid support. George Washington Carver discovered much more. Buffalo soldier, dreadlock roster. Nelson Mandela, Shaka Zulu, Desmond Tutu. The Western world already got to Ufufu. If you don't free your mind, it could happen to you.
Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips. Buffalo soldiers, Tuskegee airmen, 54th Regiment, brave and daring. Panthers, rebel slaves on slave ships on one-way trips. Hey, I want to give a shout out to the niggas that kept it real. Open up your fucking Freddie Hampton. If not by the hair of your chinny chin chin. I don't want yours, I want my share to begin. My share of the cotton gin, my share of the cotton niggas' skin is up in. It's enough for everybody. I'm not here for the tick. I know I'm rambunctious, but you made a mistake. I'm trying to get in close proximity to the equate. On my estate, where my waterfall mist evaporates until it get too late to, well, you know the story. I could go on with it like this, but it would be boring. The truth is I'm cursed.